In this video, we want to talk about sums and products. These are going to be especially important in week 4 or 5 when we start learning how to factor quadratic trinomials. If you know how to find sums and products quickly and easily, then the process of factoring is going to be much easier for you. So I'm going to be asking a question like this one. Find two numbers that have a certain product, certain sum. Now it helps, of course, if you know that to find a product means we're finding the answer to multiplication and that a sum means we're adding. So you can see here that I've written two numbers multiply to equal -12 and two numbers add to equal 1. If you don't know the answer to this question immediately, it's always a good idea to start by listing the factors of 12 in pairs. So you know that we have factors of 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Now we know we're done because we listed the factors in order, so we don't have to worry about missing any of them here. When I look at 1, I know I'm going to have to subtract to get an answer of 1. And I hope you see that using 3 and 4 will both multiply to give me +12. And if one of them's negative, add to give me 1. You need to have the same numbers in both equations. The same numbers in both equations. If you don't have the same numbers in both equations, it's not done correctly. -3 multiplying 4 is -12. -3 plus 4 is +1. Let's try another question. Two numbers with a product of 36 and a sum of 13. I find it is very helpful to write the equation. You should do that as well, especially if you find this a little bit difficult. Again, we're going to start with that product and we're going to list the factors of 36. Again, I'm listing them in order, starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 5, but 6. I need two numbers that add to 13. Write them in here and then be certain that both equations are true when both have the same numbers. Why don't you pause this video and try doing the next two. We always start with the factors of our product. Again, I'm listing them in order. I know I only have to think about the numbers in between 4 and 8. None of them are factors of 32. And I see that if I'm adding, I'm going to get 12. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 plus 8 is 12. These are my numbers. You listed the factors of 30. We know that we are going to add to get 31. I would suggest that you always write the equations to make sure you've chosen the right numbers, because I would say the biggest mistake I find is that people haven't written it out. So here are 12 more questions. This should not take you more than 10 minutes to finish these. So pause your video now, see if you can answer all of these. Check your answers for these. If you have any wrong, pause, fix them, keep going. You should be getting an email from me if you haven't already with worksheets that allow you to practice the sums and products. If you weren't able to finish these in under 10 minutes, that just means you need to put a bit more time in.